As this carbon begins to break down over the next couple of years, it's going to have a lot of bacteria, a lot of fungi, which is going to... I'm going to share with you one of the projects that I'm working on with this mountain of wood chips that I have behind me. And this is a fairly typical day here on the property. I'm offloading a bunch of hog feed, and as I'm looking at the road up yonder, I see another truck, just like clockwork. They show up, and I haven't really lifted a finger. And if we look over that direction, there's a massive pile over there that just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Another load. Getting back to the hog feed, this is a 16% hog grower that I got from the mill. 2,000 pounds of it, and I've just started offloading it into my olive barrels, which hold 400 pounds a piece. And so I'm just starting the second barrel now. I transfer all of this feed 5-gallon bucket at a time, just using a scoop, and surprisingly it only really takes me about maybe 15 minutes to do 400 pounds. All right, thanks amigo. Two loads today, and I anticipate getting another third load, but there's no sign of them slowing up. They're doing a tremendous amount of work out here west of my property. What I've told them is just keep it flowing. Not this year. I'll certainly use them next year. I'm gonna start moving some of the older chips that are on the backside of this pile. This older material actually goes a fair good bit up into the center of that pile. But I'm going to start working some of this and taking it over into the orchard area. This is all fence that I put in last year surrounding the orchard area. 7-foot tall deer fence. The smaller 2x4 wire down below, so it's going to keep out rabbits as well. I don't really want those type of critters in here munching on all the things that I'm trying to get to grow on the backside of the chicken yard. It's a western red bud. Mom gave me that last year. Showing colors really nice here this spring. And so I'm going to start bringing some of that wood chip in here and just layering it down on top. I'm not as concerned about the weed suppression aspect of it in here. That's going to be a portion of what the chips are going to do for me in here, but I'm less concerned with that and more interested in what it's going to do for the soil development by providing that armor. The material that I've been getting this year from the county has been really premium wood chip. They do a very good job of keeping their equipment sharp and adjusted properly, and what you wind up with is really clean chips. Some of the stuff that I got last year the crews obviously weren't keeping their equipment as sharp. And so what you wind up with is you get a lot of sticks and a lot of this smaller material that just gets pulled right through rather than being chipped. And so it's a little bit more work on me as far as putting this out in the orchard. I'll sift through it, pull some of the larger material and larger artifacts out, and then I'll either make biochar out of that or it'll just get burned. But this isn't really what I want to put in the chicken yard, just because of I'm going to be making compost with this, and I don't want to have a lot of larger irregular stuff in there. I probably moved in 5 to 6 yards, and it's got a depth of a minimum of 6 inches. And so I'll probably continue with this again tomorrow, but it's a good start for now. Soil life in here is just going to flourish, and it's really going to reduce the amount of watering that will be necessary to keep these trees happy throughout the summer months. Over the course of the next couple of years, as all of this wood chip begins to break down and decompose, it's going to be returned to the soil, and all of the micro and macronutrients contained within all of this carbon will be fed back into the soil, feeding the soil life. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm creating an environment that's very similar to a naturally occurring forest floor, what you might find out in nature. It's going to have a lot of bacteria, a lot of fungi, which is going to, again, feed the soil life and just make everything that's growing in here much happier. These are some pumpkins that were grown in here last year, and I've returned them. I'll be breaking them open, scattering the seed.
Come on. Georgie, you stay up.
Please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.